armies, and K-pop fans all over the world. Prepare your hearts, because this isn't just another performance. This is the story of a moment that made the world stop for a moment, and all eyes were on one name: Jungkook. Picture this. 2 days after completing his mandatory military service, with no breaks, no downtime, no long adjustments, Jungkook stepped onto the stage of J-Hope's long-awaited mega concert. A massive concert packed with thousands of fans who had no idea that they were about to witness a miracle that night. As the stadium lights dimmed and the music blared, a figure they hadn't seen in a year and a half suddenly appeared. And in that moment, in a matter of seconds, the stadium turned into a sea of screams, tears, and disbelief. Jungkook was back. And not just any old return. He was back as a star brighter than ever. His performance? It was insane. It was absolutely insane. His rendition of 7 with J-Hope felt like the first drop of an emotional bomb. Jungkook's vocals were sharper, more mature, more heartbreaking. His movements were precise, his body was live, and his energy was like that of a man who had just left the military barracks 2 days ago. People were saying, is he a human? Or is he really a rare creature blessed with limitless stamina and talent? And that night, the answer was clear. Jungkook was a real miracle. But wait, because the highlight was yet to come. When they performed I Wonder, the atmosphere in the stadium changed completely. There was no longer a boundary between the stage and the audience. Everyone came together in song, in tears, in laughter, in screams that came from the depths of their hearts. Jungkook sang with a tenderness that cut through the heart, followed by J-Hope's signature rap that added depth to his emotions. And when they finished the song, there was a warm embrace from older brother J-Hope to his little brother, now a stage legend. Many said, "I've never cried because of a stage performance before, but tonight, I cried like a little kid." Even new fans who had not known BTS for long were swept away. That night not only touched old fans, but also opened the door for new hearts who immediately fell in love with Jungkook's aura. One of the moments that made the entire stadium silent was when Jungkook paused for a moment, looked at the thousands of people in front of him, and said softly, "I miss you." 3 simple words, but the impact was like lightning in broad daylight. Many immediately cried, some recorded while shaking, and some could only stand still, holding back sobs. And honestly, no one expected him to be able to perform so strongly. There was no tired voice, no sign of running out of breath, no shaky movements. In fact, 2 days earlier, he was still living a tough military discipline life. But that night, he stood in the spotlight and showed the world that Jungkook never left. He was just preparing a new, more awesome chapter. The chemistry between J-Hope and Jungkook that night? Perfect. Not excessive. Not fake. They looked like 2 puzzle pieces that finally met again. They laughed, glanced at each other, danced passionately, as if they wanted to share this happiness directly to the hearts of the fans. And when the stage was filled with purple lights and dramatic fire effects, everyone knew, this isn't just a concert. This is a historical moment. A story of friendship, struggle, and unbreakable love between an artist and his fans. Netizens immediately exploded. Social media was flooded with hashtags like #JungkookIsBack and #HobianCookie. Even many musicians and celebrities joined in with their praise. One international music critic wrote, "If this is a comeback performance, then Jungkook has just raised the bar for the entire global industry. The world can no longer look away from him." And let's not forget one thing that made this moment even more special. J-Hope willingly opened up his solo stage for his beloved brother. He didn't just make room, but he actually gave Jungkook the spotlight. This is the true power of BTS. They are not just a boy group, they are a family. The performance didn't just rock the stage, it rocked hearts. Fans were filming the moment shaking, screaming, and crying, and some were even on their knees hugging the person next to them. Every second captured on camera went viral. Hundreds of millions of viewers watched the footage over and over again, saying, "Is this real?" And the answer is yes. It is real. That night, As Jungkook bowed his head after singing the most emotional verse of I Wonder, he lifted his teary face. Then he whispered softly into the microphone, "Thank you for waiting. No big words needed." That one sentence was enough to make an entire stadium cry. Now, the big questions are emerging. Is this a sign that BTS's comeback is imminent? Will Jungkook release a new solo album? Or could this be the beginning of a new, bigger era? One thing is for sure, the night was a confirmation. Jungkook didn't just come back. He came back as the undisputed king of the stage. He proved that time, distance, and even 18 months without performing could not erase his love for music and his audience. And for all the love fans showed that night, digital paintings, songs, poems, fan art, tribute videos, they all had one message in common. We don't just like Jungkook. We're proud of him. So, what about you? Did you cry that night? Did you get goosebumps when he sang 7 and I Wonder? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on the latest BTS and K-pop news. Because this is just the beginning. And Jungkook, the Golden Magne, has just begun the most powerful chapter of his life. But what's most moving about all of this isn't just his incredible performance or his unmatched vocals. It's the quiet message he carries on stage, that sincerity, hard work, and true love never fade with time. Jungkook didn't just prove that he still deserves to be at the top. He proved that he never really got off the ground. And when the concert was over, when the lights went down and the audience began to file out with puffy eyes and contented smiles, one thing resonated in their hearts. I was lucky to witness this night. For many fans, this wasn't just a concert. It was an emotional recovery. Jungkook had filled a space that had long been empty. And now, millions of armies around the world were holding on to a great hope. The hope that this was just the beginning of the next incredible chapter in BTS's journey. In the days since the concert, rumors began to swirl. Was Jungkook preparing a new solo album? Would I Wonder be an official release? Would there be a unit project with J-Hope? None of those questions were answered, but one thing was clear. Jungkook was back, stronger, wiser, and more unstoppable than ever. He had opened the door to a new phase. And if he could put on a show this big just 2 days after his military service, imagine what he could bring in a month, a year, or 5 years. Jungkook wasn't just back. He has carved a new chapter in music history, and the whole world is waiting for his next move. And here we are, at Top K-pop, following every second, every step, and sharing incredible stories like this just for you. True lovers of music and emotion. See you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss every bombshell from the world of K-pop. Because at Top K-pop, we don't just share news, we take you inside the story. Top K-pop, a place where stages, tears, and love come together.